Are we still feeling the shock waves from last night? Because if you were anywhere near the action, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The Patriots went into Buffalo and pulled off a stunning victory over the Bills, 23-20. That score does not even begin to tell the story of what happened on that field. This is one of those wins that doesn't just make a statement. It sends a message to the entire league. For 5 years, Patriots fans have been waiting for a moment like this. A night where everything clicks and suddenly it all feels possible again. And if you're like me, you're still buzzing, still replaying every big play, every clutch throw, every moment that felt like destiny was being written right in front of our eyes. Let's start with the quarterback, because you cannot talk about this game without talking about Drake Maye. The kid was phenomenal. And I don't just mean solid. He was elite. From the very first snap, he looked like someone who had been born to handle moments like this. You could see it in the way he scanned the field, the confidence in his arm, the calm under pressure. It's one thing to perform well in practice or against weaker opponents, but to go into Buffalo against a team that everyone had pegged as a Super Bowl favorite and execute like that, that's the kind of performance that changes perceptions, not just for fans, but for analysts, coaches, and every team in the league. Maye's stats alone don't do justice to the impact he had. He completed 22 of 30 passes for 273 yards, and while there were no touchdowns, he didn't throw a single interception. That alone tells you the kind of maturity he's developing. And it's not just a one-game fluke either. He's been showing this level of growth consistently over the past 4 games. Against the Dolphins, the Steelers, the Panthers, and now the Bills, he's been building momentum, proving that he can make the right decisions under pressure and, more importantly, protect the football. That's what separates the good quarterbacks from the great ones. But what really made the difference were the plays that no stat line can fully capture. There were moments when it looked like he was about to be sacked, and somehow, with a flick of the wrist and a quick step outside the pocket, he delivered a perfect throw right into the hands of Stephon Diggs. Plays like that aren't taught. They're instincts honed by confidence and a fearless approach to the game. And that connection with Diggs, wow. You could see it, the chemistry, the trust, the timing. 10 catches on 12 targets, 1 minor drop that really shouldn't even count because the ball was slightly off target, and a total of 146 yards against his former team. Diggs is still playing at a level that many wide receivers only dream of reaching. And even coming off an ACL injury, he proved that his speed, his route running, his ability to create separation hasn't diminished one bit. Watching them connect felt electric, like watching a highlight reel unfold live on the field. And it wasn't just the offense that carried the day. The Patriots' defense was extraordinary, anchored by Christian Gonzalez, who once again proved why he might be the best cornerback in the league right now. 44 snaps, 5 targets, only 2 catches allowed for 36 yards, 1 pass breakup, and 6 tackles. That is dominance. He was all over the field, making plays that kept the Bills' offense in check, denying big opportunities, and setting the tone for the entire team. You could see the confidence he instilled in everyone around him, the way his presence allowed the rest of the defense to play more aggressively and take calculated risks. Moments like the 3rd down pass breakup against Khalil Shakir weren't luck. They were skill, anticipation, and preparation coming together perfectly. The impact of this game goes beyond just one win. The Bills were undefeated going into this matchup, and that aura of invincibility has now been shattered. History books aside, for Patriots fans, this is a night that validates hope. It reminds everyone that the team is capable of competing with anyone, that they can rise to the occasion, and that the season is far from over. The Patriots are back in a way that feels tangible, not just hopeful. And yes, there were mistakes, the penalties, the boneheaded plays, moments that made you grit your teeth. But when you win like this against a team of Buffalo's caliber, those mistakes become learning points rather than defining moments. Even the coaching deserves a nod here. The play calling, the adjustments made in the second half, the way the team executed in critical situations, it all points to a level of preparation and focus that hadn't been consistently visible in previous seasons. That's part of what makes this victory so remarkable. It wasn't just the players showing up. It was the system, the strategy, and the adaptability that allowed them to seize this moment. Watching the Patriots respond to pressure, maintain composure, and make the plays that mattered most was inspiring. And it's not often that a team's identity is redefined in a single night. But make no mistake, that's exactly what happened here. And let's circle back to the intangible energy of this game, because it's something you feel as a fan even if you aren't in the stadium. The excitement, the disbelief, the joy, it's palpable. Every time Drake may step back to throw, every time Diggs made a catch, every defensive stop by Gonzalez, it felt like the entire stadium, the fans at home, and anyone watching were experiencing a shared heartbeat. That's the magic of sports, and last night, it was on full display. It wasn't just a win. It was a moment of collective exhilaration, a reminder of why we watch, why we care, and why, after years of waiting, victories like this are unforgettable. This is the kind of game that fuels debates for weeks. Who is the MVP? How does this change the perception of the Patriots season? What does this mean for the playoff picture? Questions like these are natural, but one thing is clear. The Patriots have arrived. They're no longer just a team trying to find their rhythm. They are a contender, a team capable of competing with the best and overcoming the odds. And with Drake May at quarterback, Christian Gonzalez locking down the field, and Stephon Diggs making every reception count, this team isn't just participating, they're asserting dominance. And let's be honest, there is something electrifying about watching a young quarterback rise under pressure. Watching May orchestrate drives, make crucial reads, and deliver the football with precision and poise is a rare experience. It's the kind of performance that inspires future stars, reassures fans, and leaves opponents reconsidering their game plans. He doesn't just play football. He makes it look effortless, even when the stakes are sky high. And that combination of skill, intelligence, and composure is what turns potential into legacy. But even with all the accolades, the victories, and the excitement, there is still work to be done. The Patriots showed brilliance, yes, but there are still areas for growth. Penalties, timing issues, and some missed opportunities are reminders that this team, while back in form, still has room to evolve. It's not perfection yet, but that's what makes watching this journey so compelling. Every game is a chance to refine, to adjust, to grow, and last night proved that when they do, they can be unstoppable. And this is just the beginning. With the schedule ahead, the challenges, the matchups that could define the season, the Patriots have a chance to solidify themselves as a legitimate playoff team. Every game from here on out matters, and the confidence gained from this victory could be the catalyst that propels them towards something extraordinary. The beauty of last night's game wasn't just the score. It was the storylines that unfolded on every snap, on every yard gained or lost, and in every single moment where the Patriots refused to break under pressure. Watching them execute in Buffalo was like seeing a team rediscover its identity. A group of players who had been through trials, setbacks, and doubts, finally stepping onto the field and proving that they belong among the league's elite. Every Patriots fan could feel it, the electricity in the air, the way the momentum shifted in a single drive, and how each player seemed to feed off the energy of their teammates and the roar of the crowd. It's one thing to have talent on a roster, but it's another thing entirely to have that talent crystallize in a moment of high stakes, when the eyes of the league are on you, when the pressure could crush a lesser team. And the Patriots didn't just survive it, they thrived. Drake May's performance deserves another deep dive, because what he's doing is more than just effective quarterback play. He's rewriting expectations for himself and for this team. To go into an environment like Buffalo, with the noise, the crowd, and the intensity that comes with facing a previously undefeated team, and to deliver not just efficiency, but brilliance, is extraordinary. He wasn't just making throws. He was making decisions that demonstrated football intelligence and poise. He rolled out, extended plays when the pocket collapsed, and found openings that seemed impossible. There was a sequence in the second half that had everyone on the edge of their seats, where it looked like the defense had him trapped, yet he somehow maneuvered through accurately and set up the game-winning drive. Those are the plays that define a quarterback, the ones that aren't just about stats, but about impact. and MAYE is building a reputation not just as a talented rookie, but as someone who could be counted on when the chips are down. Then there's Stefon Diggs, who has been phenomenal in recent games but reached a new level last night. Coming off an ACL injury, many wondered if he could still dominate in the ways that made him a household name. But the chemistry between Diggs and MAYE was undeniable. Every catch, every route, every adjustment to the quarterback's throws showed not just skill, but a deep understanding of timing and space. He made defenses pay for any lapse, for any small mistake, and consistently created separation when it mattered most. 10 receptions on 12 targets for 146 yards against his former team is impressive enough. But the real story is in the plays that weren't just catches. They were momentum shifters, energy changers, plays that lifted the entire team and the fan base in unison. Watching Diggs move, even after a major injury, is a reminder that elite talent transcends setbacks when paired with dedication and preparation. On the defensive side, Christian Gonzalez was a revelation. In only his second game back from a hamstring injury, he showed the kind of dominance that makes quarterbacks and wide receivers think twice before testing him. 44 snaps, 5 targets, 2 catches allowed for 36 yards, 1 pass breakup, and 6 tackles. Those numbers alone are impressive, but they barely scratch the surface. He was everywhere, making critical stops, reading the offense like an open book, and turning potential gains into nothing. Plays like the third down pass breakup against Khalil Shakir were emblematic of his skill and instinct. It's the kind of defense that can swing games, not by accumulating flashy stats, but by making key plays at the right moments. Gonzalez isn't just a cornerback. He's a game changer, someone whose presence alone alters the way opponents approach a game. But beyond individual brilliance, what struck me most was the team's resilience. There were mistakes, boneheaded penalties, miscommunications, moments where the timing was off, but the Patriots never let those moments define them. In past seasons, similar errors might have cost them a game. Last night, they adjusted, recovered, and executed when it mattered. That ability to shake off adversity, to respond under pressure, is the hallmark of a team on the rise. The coaching staff deserves credit here, too. The adjustments, the confidence to trust the young quarterback, and the strategic calls in critical moments all combined to create an environment where the players could shine. This game also carries huge implications for the season. The Bills, undefeated up until last night, had established themselves as a nearly insurmountable obstacle for anyone chasing playoff positioning. By beating them, the Patriots have done more than notch a win. They've announced themselves as serious contenders. The confidence from this victory is something that can't be measured in numbers or stats. It's psychological, a belief that carries through every practice, every snap, and every game moving forward. For the rest of the league, it's a reminder. The Patriots are back, and they're not to be underestimated. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The football world is buzzing with whispers after what insiders are calling an unexpected shake-up in the locker room dynamics. Sources close to the team report that offensive lineman Mike ONWENU has flatly refused to partner with quarterback Drake May, sending shockwaves through teammates and staff alike. While the team has remained tight-lipped officially, the rumor mill is running at full speed, with speculation about locker room chemistry, leadership clashes, and potential impact on the upcoming season. According to sources familiar with the situation, the refusal wasn't subtle. ONWENU, known for his no-nonsense approach and strong personality, reportedly made his stance clear during early team workouts. Teammates were stunned, some reportedly caught off guard by the directness of ONWENU's decision. "It's unusual," said one anonymous insider. "You don't often see players of his caliber publicly step back from working with the starting quarterback." The rumor has sparked debate among fans and pundits. Some see it as a sign of underlying tension between the team's veteran leadership and the younger players, while others suggest it could be a strategic move by ONWENU to assert influence over the offensive lineup. MAYE, for his part, has remained focused on his preparation, Those sources suggest he is aware of the growing chatter and the potential pressure it adds. Locker room dynamics are delicate, and the timing couldn't be more sensitive. With the season approaching and expectations high, any perceived disconnect between key players could reverberate both on and off the field. Coaches and team staff are reportedly scrambling to manage the situation behind closed doors, aiming to prevent the rumor from becoming a distraction. For fans, this backstage drama adds a new layer of intrigue to the upcoming season. Will ONWENU and MAYE find a way to bridge the gap? Or is this just the opening chapter of a simmering conflict that could shape the team's future? Only time will tell, but one thing is clear. The locker room has never been this charged. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.